What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. I've been getting quite a few questions lately about the auto-equip buttons, the auto-equip gear, and the auto-equip relics, so I wanted to take a moment today to talk about those. Now, first off, these are definitely some quality of life buttons for the Ancient Power Grinder. However, these can lead you down the wrong path if you're a brand new player to the game. Let's take a look, for example, well, first off, how these buttons work. Now, first off, the auto-equip gear button is 100% looking at the item per slot and its gear score. So it is always going to equip the highest gear score available for that slot. So if we looked at, here's a good example. If we looked at these two gloves, for example, we've got the Rogue's Gloves at 4785 gear score, and we've got this green Rogue's Glove at 4789. Now, 4789, of course, is higher than 4785, so if these were the two gloves that were in the inventory, it's going to auto-equip these green gloves. Now, remember, by auto-equipping the gloves, or by auto-equipping the green gloves, we were actually losing our third shard slot, as green gloves are only going to have one shard slot available. Blue gloves would have two shard slots available, and then epic or legendary gloves would have the third slot. So sometimes auto-equipping, although it does give you the highest gear score, is not actually in your best interest. So it's very important to check through the items that you have and make sure you've got the right stuff on that hero. In addition to that, since it's only looking at the gear score, it's not looking at the stats. So say I was building an ability power hero crit damage Dryad, for example, and it auto-equipped these hero crit damage gloves, I'm getting the benefit of the hero crit damage, however, no ability power, so it's going against the basics that I'm using. Now, one additional important thing to prepare for if going through the Ancient Power systems and using the auto-equip system is prioritize your shard placement. As we mentioned, green gloves are only going to use this top shard slot. Blue gloves will use the top two shard slots, and then purple or legendary gloves will use all three shard slots. So your shards should be equipped from most important to least important in each item if you plan on using the auto-equip gear system. So like in this example, the most important shard to me on my Dryad is Mana Capacitor. The second most important is Celestial Attunement, that way I can get those additional stars. And this is a Starfall Dryad, so the third most important is going to be the Starfall damage. As long as my shards are being activated in this order, I know I'm always going to have my most important shards available. Now, say I had Mana Capacitor in this slot down at the bottom. Well, if a green headpiece got equipped, do I even have a green head? I don't have one right now. Let's use this one, for example, with no shard slots. This sturdy item gets equipped. It's actually not using any of my shards. However, if it was a green shard equipped, and I had the Corruption's Embrace shard in the top, then that is the only shard that would be activated and used. This can hurt you as well. Now, like I said, although this is a great tool for veterans of the game or people that are going through the Ancient Power system, it is very important to actually take a look at the stats you're going for. If you're building a hero damage hero, of course you're going to want hero damage stats. If you're building an ability hero, you're going to want ability power and hero crit stats. Now, in the auto-equip relics, it follows the exact same philosophy as the auto-equip gear. However, in the relic slots, it is going to prioritize putting a totem into a blockade position. However, on the rest of your damaging defenses, it will put whatever the highest one is. It starts from the left and moves to the right. So your highest gear score item is going to be here in the Moss Hornets as far as marks and medallions go, and your lowest would be on the Angry Nimbus. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We see this one is 5706, this one's 5438, and it did give me a totem in the World Tree slot since the World Tree is a blockade. If you're new to the game and just coming into it, this auto-equip button is a great tool to help you look at your champion score. as your champion score, of course, decides what chaos tier you belong in and how to unlock additional tiers. However, if you're not careful, you can definitely hurt your effectiveness quite a bit, and in turn have a higher champion score, but maybe even not be able to complete the maps that you're attempting to do. So make sure you always take a look at your stats. Use those auto-equip buttons as they are a convenience. However, always look at the stuff. Now, I for one personally am really big into the defense aspects of the game. It is a tower defense game, and I like to make sure that my towers and defenses are always really strong, so I do not use the auto-equip relics button. Now, however, when I am just grinding up through the system after an ancient power reset and trying to get the highest champion score, I will use the auto-equip button quite frequently. However, back to the helmet here, I do have all of my shards prioritized, so as I'm going through, I don't care if I get a green item, or blue item, purple, or a legendary item, because I know it's going to be getting replaced again very, very soon. So hopefully this helps everyone understand the auto-equip buttons a little bit better, and make sure that by all means you use them as they are a great tool, but use some caution. So thank you once again. Click that like button, please subscribe to the channel. If there's anything that you would like addressed with DD2, please let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to get to it. So thank you again, and I will see you next time.